reviewers play a very big role, especially in this modern world where technology is slowly taking over. They play a very big role in helping us as the consumers pick some of these products, because you don't want to buy something that you don't understand. I think we are all clear. You just don't go buy stuff because someone has made it or because it's a startup. So today, I'm going to be looking at two people. There's Marques Brownlee, and there's one that you've probably never heard of. It's called Internet of Bugs. And Internet of Bugs did a very interesting thing. And this is where YouTube now comes into play, and the idea that anyone, anywhere can talk about something. If he's an expert, he can actually call out anyone, anywhere if they say something that is not real. Now, let's start with Internet of Bugs. Internet of Bugs did something very interesting, and I urge you after this video to go and watch that guy's video. It's very, very interesting. A few months ago, there was an AI that was introduced. It's called Devin. And Devin was supposed to take over the internet. It was supposed to take over the world in terms of programming. It's an engineer. It's an AI engineer that was supposed to take over and take away all the programmer's job. You know, it was an AI that can write code, that can actually develop programs and stuff. So blogs and YouTube channels were talking about how, you know, programmers' jobs have been taken by AI, and the AI is going to take over. So we have a new engineer called Devin, and they did a presentation with Devin. They showed us what it's capable to do. It's capable of doing with code. And as a person who's never programmed anything, I was looking at that and I was like, wow, this presentation is amazing. Look at what this computer is doing with the codes and all the magic that it's doing. You know, those code stuff are stuff that I see programmers do. So my assumption was that, oh my goodness, this is awesome. This is revolutionary. Finally, there's an AI that can actually write program. Yesterday or a few days ago, I came across a video from Internet of Bugs. And now he debunks. He says that Devin AI is a lie. So obviously I had to click. I mean, you know, it's a clickbaity title. So I had to go in and see what he had to talk about. And then now, because the guy has more than 30 years of experience in programming, he totally, because they were showing, so the Devin AI team were actually showing what Devin was doing. So what Internet of Bugs did was he just looked at what the team was showing, and he started to talk about what exactly was happening with the code. And so you realize that it was creating mistakes within it was creating bugs and mistakes within its own code, whatever it was trying to do. It was making, basically the AI was not doing what those presenters were saying that it was doing. It was actually creating more problems than good. Now, Internet of Bugs went ahead and said that, yes, there are some aspects about Devin that are amazing as an AI that can actually write the programs, but it was oversold in terms of how it presented that particular, whatever it was doing. You know, there were far more mistakes than the right things. I would urge you to go and see that video. Now, how does that relate to Marques Brownlee's controversy? Marques Brownlee, I think we've all, if you're here, you've seen his video and you're a fan probably. And he reviewed a car, an electric car, and he saw a lot of issues with the car, and he was honest about the product. You see, he was absolutely honest about the product. And that title, most people think that it was harsh, but if that's the worst product that you've ever reviewed, why lie about it? Are you going to say, oh, this is ABCD or whatever? You're going to be real with that. You're going to be honest with what you experience. If it's the worst product that you've ever reviewed, you say it's the worst product that you've ever reviewed. You just keep it real. And so later on, we learn about the company shares dropping, but then everyone is like, oh, Marques killed this company. Marques has just done a video. Actually, the video that made me make this video was from Marques, where he was explaining some of whatever happened, where he was trying to break down what happened. And so you do that thing where he was talking about, which is take a step back and look at the shares of the company, how it has been performing from a year ago. So the stock prices have been dipping. So his video didn't have any effect because, you know, the line was going down. And so it wasn't Marques' review of the product that actually sank that product. It was already sinking. Now, apart from the shares and the stock, you know, that's a totally different story. Let's look at the facts. If it's a bad product, especially when it comes to cars, stuff that you have to move around, next to other moving metal pieces. It's very, very sensitive. It's not a joke, because you know electric cars, you know how they behave when an accident happened. You know how batteries burn. You know, if you've seen videos online of electric cars during an accident, you know how sensitive they are. And so when it comes to a car, I would expect Marques to give us the truth about the product as much as possible, because that's what we want to see. You know, we don't want to go in and buy this product because it's a startup. We want a good product. A good example, Nothing Phone. It's a startup, yes, but they actually made an effort to make a good product. It's the first product. Yes, they had their own mistakes. And the best thing a reviewer can do for a product, especially the first product, is call out the mistakes, because that's a very, it's feedback. You know, it's not trying to sink your product. It's actually feedback. It's trying to tell you what is not working about the product, so that when you go back, you can go and correct the product and bring it as a better product. Now, if you look at Marques, all his reviews, he has a formula that I actually copied for my own reviews. I write reviews for a business paper in Nairobi. It's called Business Daily. I write film reviews. I also review movies on YouTube. Now I have the same, almost the same formula, whereby you introduce the product, then you talk about this specification in terms, for example, if it's a movie, who made the movie, what's the budget, any controversy about the studio, who are the talent that are attached to the product. That's the second thing. The third thing, now you talk about the positive about the product, what works about this product. The third thing, now you look at what did not work about the product, and then you give your conclusion at the end. That's a very simple, logical look at a product. Now, if Marques applied that particular formula, I believe there was nothing wrong with what he had to say about the most recent humane gadget, because even watching that particular video, I thought that it was absolutely fair, because he was talking about, first of all, he began with introducing the product. He talked about what actually was very innovative about the product, the positive. He talked about what was good about that particular product. And later on is when now he delved into what was not working, what did not make sense. I mean, it's a very small product. It's a good idea, but how can you pay $700? Even if you look at the thumbnail for the particular video, it shows him like with that $700 sign. You buy such a small device, it doesn't have a SIM card, you pay a subscription, it's not connected to your phone, and it's $700. For $700 you can buy you can buy two Nothing phones. Nothing two phones. You can buy two flagship phones from 2 years ago. So it doesn't make sense to have such as your first product at that price with that amount of bugs. And if it's that expensive, it should live up in terms of features and how it's supposed to function. It should live up to that price. So let's just go back to reviewing. When it comes to reviewing a product, I would want and I would expect product reviewers to be as honest as possible. I'm a Flow Scatter fan, I'm a Who's the Boss fan, I'm a Marques Brownlee fan. And the one thing about their channel is that they try to keep it real with us in terms of the product that they're talking about. And that's what we want to see. I don't want people coming to tell me how good a product is, and later on as a user, you get that terrible time with that particular product. These guys are our avengers. These guys are like our last line of defense against these startup companies. Because look at what, if we had Bitcoin reviewers, do you think the world would be messed up in terms of cryptocurrency as it is right now? People wouldn't have lost that much money if you had people who came out to actually review these cryptocurrencies very well. We wouldn't have the problem that we have. So now that you have these startups that are coming up creating products randomly and just thinking that, if they were let to just run around without these reviews, these companies would have a field day shafting us and making us pay premium for that. So we need these reviewers to be as honest as possible. Marques is getting a hit for absolutely no reason. I don't understand why you'd get hit for saying the truth on YouTube about something that could actually affect people out there. You see, and for the companies, as much as I know, yes, things may go wrong, I think this is an opportunity for you to stand up and just say, we understand that some of the features about the product did not work. We've taken note. We're going to do better with the next product. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. do a second one. Even I don't think the first iPhone was perfect. And so they, with the imperfection, they were able to perfect it and make the second product better. So yeah, Marques Brownlee, I stand with him. I don't think he deserves the hit. As for the reviewers, in terms of film review and just basically any kind of review, keep everything real. I'm a film reviewer. I like keeping it real. So if you are planning to review or you review stuff out there, just keep it real. So basically that's it. That's what I was thinking, especially after I saw Marques Brownlee's follow-up video on the two videos that people claim that he actually killed two particular companies. So basically that's it. Remember to always watch what you enjoy. Go watch Internet of Bugs, where he talks about Devin AI. I think that's a very interesting video. I'll leave a link below. And Marques' video, you can find it. But if you truly want to see a very interesting debunking of a presentation, go watch Internet of Bugs. I'll leave that. The video is called, actually, here's the thumbnail. You can go check it out and you'll see what I'm trying to say. And maybe you can even go see the Devin AI presentation and then watch that particular video. You see what I'm trying to say about, these tech people shafting us and making us pay premium for it. So basically that's it. Remember to always watch what you enjoy and enjoy what you watch. I will see you on the next one. Please subscribe. And yeah, basically that's it.